So we've all seen the NBA 2K25 news by now. I don't gotta go over all that for you guys, but today we're gonna focus on the community's thoughts and opinions on all the NBA 2K25 news that we've received. But we're specifically going over the My Player and My Career news specifically for that video. We're going to that comment section. We're gonna go over the most liked comments and see what the community is thinking about all the news that we've gotten so far. So let's get into it. So the first most liked comment with over 1,000 likes is, as someone who mains my career in my league, this was low-key some W news. Position battles, jersey swaps, and playing overseas in the off season are just some of the little things I look forward to. So you see right here, we already got some fans and community members that are looking forward to actually getting some of these features in the game. So not everything's all negative. I want to start off on a positive note. Obviously got over 1,000 likes. The jersey swaps is going to be something interesting. I'm guessing, and what I'm hearing is that if you swap a jersey with an NBA player, you get to, like, I guess you get to have it for free, like without spending VC on it, and get to wear it around the city and things like that. Now, playing overseas to me is like one thing that's very, very interesting. I'm excited about the prospect of playing overseas. Here's the only thing I think about it though. I think it's very exciting because it's very new and it's something like that we haven't experienced, we haven't seen, whatever. So when it comes out and we get to play that, we're gonna love doing it. But I do think it will die down quickly, because once it loses that novelty, once it loses, that new sense, and with something we're used to having and we're used to seeing, I feel like people aren't gonna care about it as much anymore. But like, hey, good thing on you, man, to actually, think positive about the game. So the next comment says, give it 0.5 seconds after the game drops, YouTubers will be posting demigod builds. So annoying. So I actually want you guys to clarify for me down in the comment section below. Is this guy saying that he's mad at content creators, like, for posting videos of builds that are supposed to be demigods? Or is he mad that content creators are giving people good builds to use in the game? So, like, I don't know, they're making everybody end up using the same build throughout the year because there are only certain builds that are good? Or is he more so saying that we're posting quote unquote demigod builds, but in reality everything is limited and you can only do so much, so no build is really a demigod? You're just calling it a demigod while it's still gonna have glaring weaknesses. So that's really my only thought about this. Like, I want you guys to literally let me know down in the comments what he means by this and further explain it, and if you agree or disagree. Is he saying we won't be able to make builds as good as we claim they are? Or is he saying he doesn't like that we're revealing all the best builds so everybody ends up using the same build? All right, next one. I love how Chris makes it seem like he's genuinely surprised and excited to see things that have been in the game for years finally return when they should have never left. You said my court is returning? Like, bro, who told y'all to take it out in the first place? I think this comment is funny because if you watch the video, if you didn't see it, then go check out the 2K video for the My Player and the My Career courtside report. But Chris LD2K like literally reacted like, oh my gosh, this is like groundbreaking news, like he's shocked. And the reality is, like, yeah, we already had My Court and it should have never been taken out the game. So to act so shocked, surprised, and just to act like, oh man, this new amazing feature has been added to NBA 2K25 is like, no, again, you're returning something that should have never been gone, the same way that you're taking out the badge regression system when it should have never been in the game in the first place. But yeah, man, I completely agree with this one. It's facts. The next comment, if the game is gonna be the same, at least make the builds more affordable. $100 to upgrade one build is insane. Dude, I couldn't agree with this more. I'm pretty sure everybody in the community couldn't agree with this more. I know this comment only got 188 likes. I'm surprised it doesn't have more, because let's be real, nobody wants to spend $100 on making a build, plus all the money you got to spend on VC to get boosts for your player and all things like that. Like, the only people that could really afford to spend $100 on a build of people that just have crazy careers where they make insane amounts of money, or if you're a content creator, so spending $100 on the build doesn't matter to you because the YouTube video that you're gonna make about that build is gonna pay you back $100 and then some. It's gonna give you way more back. So it's really an investment to make more money. It makes sense as a creator, but as somebody that is just playing the game, or somebody that doesn't have a lot of views as a creator, so they don't make that money back, it doesn't make sense to keep spending $100 on a build. It really doesn't, because every time you want to make a new build, you spend like another $100, and it don't make no sense. NBA 2K is a business. They are a business. I think it's very hard to get a business to come to a point where they decide that, hey, you know what, they're right, we are overcharging them, we are overpricing them, so we're gonna bring the price down because we don't want to make as much money, we just want them to be happy. And the reality is, I don't think they care that much about our happiness. They care most about how much money their business is making and how much happier all that money makes them. So in reality, I don't see them, bringing the build price down from $100, but that is what it is. It's expected. It's a business. Great news, 2K, but still the problem is that VC are too expensive. Event is too expensive, but yeah, that really just goes back on my other point that we just talked about. It is too expensive, but like I said, they're a business. They're not going to drop those prices, but obviously we would all love it if they did. 2K got to bring back the prelude if they want the fans back. The thing is, fans aren't convinced that this will be fire. Prelude will judge whether we all play the game or not. Now listen, I actually, yes, miss the prelude that we used to have like back in NBA 2K17 and stuff like that. However, I don't really think the prelude would dictate whether or not players will or won't play the game, because I think in reality, like, the prelude was always just a taste test. It was literally just a taste test. Nobody really determined if, oh, I'm not getting the game. The prelude was something you played to get hyped when the game was coming out, and honestly, it was never really enough. It was like a very, very short demo that gave you a very, very small sample size. It didn't tell you enough about the game, it didn't tell you enough about the gameplay, it didn't tell you enough about the animations, but it just was standing as a purpose to get you hyped, ready, and prepped to play the game, and you could like kind of practice with your build and see what you was gonna cook up once the real game came out. But the reality is, the prelude would never make somebody feel like, oh man, this is the game before, I'm not playing it after. No, it would get you hyped to play the game. It would give you that small sample size so you could say, dang, but I want to get the whole pie. I want to know what the entire game is going to be like. So yeah, I miss the prelude. They do need to bring the prelude back. I don't think it dictates whether or not people are going to get the game. I think people are going to get the game regardless. I think people talk a lot and they say a lot of things, right? As much as I said, like, I'm not excited or super hype right now, I'm still going to get the game. I'm always going to get the game. But it would just be nice to have the prelude to kind of help build up my hype and anticipation, which maybe would help fix the problem I had in my last video where I said I wasn't too excited as I used to be for that new NBA 2K game. So yeah, the prelude should come back. I don't think it will dictate whether or not people get the game though. Yesterday I said I wasn't buying the game. Today it's a maybe. Look, man, I always say, people say every year that they are not going to buy NBA 2K. And every year you say it and then you buy it again. I've seen YouTubers who literally drop videos, right? I like saying that they're not gonna buy it. Like I said, I could drop a video saying I'm not excited. I'm never gonna drop a video saying that I'm not gonna buy it. I know I'm gonna buy it. But there's YouTubers that drop videos saying they're not gonna buy it. There's fans every year that say they're not gonna buy it. They swear by it, they're sure of it, whatever. As soon as it drops, they got it on day one. It's the same thing every single year. People saying that they're not gonna get it means nothing. So yeah, of course, I totally understand and get that you weren't buying the game yesterday, but today it's a maybe, and by release date, it'll be a yes, bro. We done with 2K. This literally just relates to everything we just talked about with people saying they're not gonna buy the game. That's cap, that's a lie. Stop lying to yourself, stop lying to me. If you're saying we done with 2K, I honestly think a person that's done with 2K wouldn't be on a 2K video commenting under 2K news or gameplay or anything like that. Because the person that's done with 2K is not watching anything related to 2K. Those people that are actually done with it, you will not be hearing from them. That's what being done is. People that are done don't come back to tell you that I'm done. People that are done just disappear. So yeah, you're not done with 2K, bro. I will bet money and a house that this guy that said that he's done with 2K is definitely gonna play NBA 2K25 at some point this year. Last two comments right here. This person said, y'all still calling us MP, initials my player, that's just lazy. Nothing much crazy about this comment, but it got 315 likes, probably more since I've got the screenshot. But yeah, I mean, it is really lazy to not name your player. I mean, for all that, they could just give us another cool nickname. Somebody remind me in the comment section down below what the nickname was in NBA 2K17. I feel like, oh, was it Freak? Was Freak NBA 2K17? If it was Freak, like stuff like that, that was like Freak for frequency vibrations. It was always corny names, bro, but MP, my player, like, yeah, there's no creativity in that. All right, and the last comment of the day, we need to be able to delete a build and get at least 85% of the VC back we used to build them, preferably 100%. It's insanely greedy for them to have us make builds when the game drops, and obviously we're going to make new builds once we learn the game more and see other builds like community builds. So this goes all the way back to what I initially said about, yes, it would be good if 2K didn't charge us $100 to make a new mod player. But this is kind of something completely different. Say they continue to charge us $100 to make a new mod player, but now once we're done with this player, if we want to delete a build, yes, we get either 85% of the VC back, or in an ideal world, get 100% of the VC back. But it always goes back to what I said. NBA 2K is a business, right? So if we make a build that we do not like, and we are stupid enough to go back and create a new build and give them more money, and we constantly do that, then there is no reason, knowing that we will go back and we will spend that money, that 2K would all of a sudden start refunding us VC for deleting players if we decide to. Even though, yeah, it makes great sense, right? Like, if I delete the player, then cool, I could get the VC back because that player don't exist anymore. My investment in that player is gone. Just give me that investment back so I can invest it into another player. It makes sense. And if the player still exists, and if I'm afraid to delete them, then I can't get that VC back. However, like I said, NBA 2K is not going to give you your money back, because the virtual currency, even though it's VC to us, is real money to them. And honestly, it is real money to us because most of us, if not all of us, paid for that VC, right? Like, a lot of people earn VC in my career and stuff, but you know it's never enough. You know it's absolutely never enough. So you usually buy it with your real life money. So for them to give us back our actual money, to just be handing out refunds because you didn't like a build when you decide to create it, to them it's like, yeah, no way I'm making less money because you don't like the build that you created. You could go back, start again, and buy another build from there. And that's really just what it is, man. They're a business, like I said. They're not giving us our money back. They're really not, but I would love to see it. Hey, in a perfect world, in this wish list, make-a-wish world, if we could get 2K to give us 85% to 100% of our VC back to make players, then so much of us would save money and probably enjoy the game way more. It would be a much better experience. But again, they're not here to just make us happy. They're here to make themselves happier by getting more money. But yeah, that's going to be it for the video, guys. If you did enjoy, if you want more videos like this where I go over the comments and we focus on the NBA 2K community, yeah, just like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you want to see more type of this kind of content, and we'll keep it pushing. This is J Athletic Gaming. I'll catch you on the next one.